Bowl title.
Tomorrow's going to be awkward, and I can't wait. Hater of the Year, Max Kellerman, will explain the cliff to Julian Edelman, and then Edelman will flash all his rings, and we'll all laugh. It'll be enjoyable for all of us. All right, guys, and much more serious news. Chiefs wideout Tyreek Hill is scheduled to meet with NFL officials tomorrow, sources have told our Adam Schefter. The Kansas City Department of Children and Families has been investigating possible child abuse allegations since the police were called to Hill's home in March when Hill's 3-year-old son broke his arm. He's currently banned from the team's training facilities. The 3-time Pro Bowler led the team in receiving yards and touchdowns last season's Kansas City is one of the early favorites to win the Super Bowl. Marcus back here with us. I'll start with you, Marcus. And I feel callous asking these questions with the seriousness of the child abuse allegations, but do the Chiefs need him to be able to win a Super Bowl?
No, they have a quarterback that's transcendent. And what NFL or this game at a level and raise the level of everybody around him. Patrick Mahomes is that guy. And everybody said, well, you only saw him for 1 year. Look, you don't throw 50 touchdowns in the NFL as a fluke. That's who you are. He's going to be successful with whoever. Now, for him to enter into the upper echelon, when we talk about longevity and length, he may have to do it without a Travis Kelce, a Tyreek Hill, a Kareem Hunt. That may be the case because at some point, the Chiefs are going to have to give Patrick Mahomes $200 million to play quarterback. And he's not going to be able to fill out a roster with superstars. Right now, they're in that grace period of a rookie quarterback still in the first couple of year deals where they can sign guys around him. So it'll be interesting to see, but they don't need Tyreek Hill to win a Super Bowl.
I actually think they do this year. I agree Mahomes is going to win a Super Bowl regardless, at least one. He is, in terms of pure physical talent, when you watch Mahomes now, you get the same feeling you did when you watched Brett Favre, when Favre first came on the scene. And I think he is the most talented overall quarterback I've seen since Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. He even knows how to run outside the pocket smartly, like Rodgers, as opposed to a guy like Carson Wentz. You're like,
don't do that. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
But you see the way Mahomes does it, and he's relaxed. The play looks like it's over. He's running out of bounds. What? He completed that for the first down. He threw a touchdown off of that broken play that it looked like it was over already. He's amazing. But you do need a requisite kind of level of talent around you, particularly when you're inexperienced. And he's basically still inexperienced. And I look at that quartet, or the quadruplets. Everyone talks about triplets. What's the greatest quadruplets of all time? Maybe last year's KC team? Mahomes at QB, Tyreek Hill at wideout, Kareem Hunt at running back before he got and Travis Kelce as a tight end beat that ever. At that level, it's like everyone's fast, twitchy, and skillful.
No doubt.
Tyreek Hill had more receiving yards than the rest of the receiving core on KC combined last year. You know who has the highest completion percentage or catch percentage on passes over 20 yards since 2012? All active players. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, everyone active in the NFL, number one. He's not just like, he has the look of a kick return guy, of a specialist who can catch well enough. No, he's a receiver who has the kind of playmaking ability you're like, ooh, that should only be on a special teams kind of guy, those kind of fast twitchies. I think he gives you a premium over even other lead wideouts that, given this is going to be the second year he's starting Patrick Mahomes, Mahomes is going to need, not make the play, I mean to win a Super Bowl. I think you need that home run hitter on the team.
I would venture to say Tyreek Hill in that system is that type of guy. Let me ask you a question. Would you pay Tyreek Hill a number one receiver salary?
I would.
Really?
I think Tyreek Hill has been underrated because of this sense, as I said, that he's not really a receiver. He's like a special teamsy kind of guy who catches well enough. Nope. I think he's a receiver. I think that look, the top three.
Can you trust him to be on the field and
trouble
and be there? Because that's
in that case, the answer is no.
Getting paid big time money.
If you want to fold the stuff off the field on, my answer is no.
Right.
But if you're talking about pure on the field production and talent, and do I think he succeed in a variety of systems? There's Odell and Julio Jones, of course, and Antonio Brown, and then people start talking about other dudes, DeAndre Hopkins, whatever. I'm saying Tyreek Hill has to be in those conversations. He's got to be in those conversations. Off the field, something different. Yeah. They need him. And don't forget, they don't have Kareem Hunt. Like, Damian Williams did a good job, but he's not Kareem Hunt.
See, we're having this. There is this dynamic right now. We're having these conversations about guys with their contracts and making this certain amount of money. Max, and what's hard about the NFL evaluation process is what's your value in this system as opposed to another one, right? So now you start having these tiers of players that either are transcendent players where it doesn't matter where they go. Odell's going to be good in Cleveland. Don't matter who the quarterback is. Just figure out how to give him the ball. He'll be fine. Julio Jones. I think DeAndre Hopkins is in that conversation. Yep. We don't talk about A.J. Green, but A.J. Green is in that conversation just since it never wins anything. With Tyreek Hill, I think he needs to be around guys in order to be like he is. And that's not an indictment. That's the system that works for him. I compare that to Michael Thomas in New Orleans. I think he needs to be in that system.
Michael Thomas is not Tyreek Hill is faster than everyone you mentioned, Odell and all those dudes.
Over the last 3 years, Thomas' catch rate is better than anybody's in the league.
That's a system.
But that's my point.
You think Tyreek Hill wouldn't be? I'm saying, what's your opinion? Tyreek Hill off the Chiefs is not the same guy?
I think Tyreek Hill, if he was a sole wide receiver, his value is not increased like it is when we see him returning punts and kickoffs, when we see him on reverses, and we see the splash plays. If you just want him to line out at an X and just be a receiver, say, this guy is my Antonio Brown. I don't think he's that guy.
I agree. He's not Antonio Brown, right. But maybe no one except Jerry Rice has ever been Antonio Brown. Like, he's in an elite company.
But you got guys, man, that Larry Fitzgerald, when he was in his prime, right? So look, this conversation is really minute to what's really transpiring. Like, let's not get too far away from that. And in that sense, Molly, he lost benefit of the doubt in college. So whatever transpires, I can't speak on this situation because I don't know the facts, right? And I know it's our job, and we're supposed to get on TV and say we know things and we got a guy inside.
No, that's responsible of you.
I don't know. Yep. I don't know what will transpire after the league has their meeting and this investigation and all of that. The one thing I do know, though, is that Tyreek Hill lost benefit of the doubt years ago. So that is the conversation that's going to be circling after this meeting is had and decisions are made about his future. But on the field, Max, I'm with you. He's a very important player in the right system.
I agree with everything you just said. What I'm saying, where we disagree, is like what Mahomes needs around him. I think look, Mahomes is the best player on the team. And Mahomes was the best player in the NFL last year. Let's be honest. So that's basically his rookie year, like his first season. That's incredible. He has a chance to be the best who ever did it. Like, he's that kind of like upside. But you do need weapons. And what I'm saying is what made KC especially devastating is he had 3 weapons on offense other than himself who you couldn't stop. Go ahead, stop Travis Kelce. Good luck. Good luck stopping Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt may not be like a top 3 back or something like that, but when you start talking, he's a special kind of back. And then Tyreek Hill. And I'm saying you take away that home run ability, he gives you an athletic premium, even compared to other top receivers. Where you take that away, you already have Kareem Hunt away, and I like them to make the playoffs. I like them to make some noise, but I don't like them to win the Super Bowl.
Who's your favorite in the AFC this year? I know it's so early.
It's New England. Until somebody, I mean, look, you can try to create all of these ancillary
scenarios,
things about it. It's New England because 12 is still there. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick is still there, and they know how to win. They prepare for individual games, not seasons. So they until somebody knocks them off the throne, listen, the Super Bowls that New England have lost. It's taken miracles for them to lose. It hadn't been somebody just lying down and beat them. It's taken some unbelievable performances to get a dub over them. So until that changes.
The same thing, but that's the same thing with their wins. Almost all of their Super Bowls could have gone either way. The fact is that Belichick and Brady get them into a position to win. Win or lose, it's close, and usually they've won.
Right.
So I agree. Every couple of years this happens to me. I start to think everything's falling apart in New England. And then I'm like, okay, wait until proven otherwise. It's the smart money pick.
Yeah, you always have a lot of patience with New England. They love you there. Julian Edelman will be here tomorrow.
I can't even go to the Cape anymore.
Can't even go, man.
I'm actually going this summer. I haven't been in years.
We
still got a lot more today in First Take, including hot takes on Giannis, Genie under pressure, and Trey versus Luka. Do not go anywhere.